Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
So should we start the sessions or wait for the students? कोई join होने वाले हैं और आवाज आ रही है ना मेरी प्रॉपरली? सो कल हम लोगों ने देखा था कि व्हाट इज एग्जैक्टली द सिस्टिक फाइब्रोसिस, कॉजेशन उसके कैसे कॉज होता है, एंड देन pathophysiology management, pathophysiology investigations, how to diagnose. Okay, so today I will take into the detail about the diagnostic features. कल हम लोगों ने कुछ पार्ट डायग्नोसिस का देखा था. ओके, so to diagnose of the cystic fibrosis, first is the medical history. So the medical history is very much important because we all know that cystic fibrosis is runs in a family. So the total medical history, like grandfather medical history or the grandmother medical history, even parents, mothers, siblings. So all the family history and the medical history is very important. Next is the examination. In a old age people, you do the blood pressure, temperature, heart rate, even the personal breathing and the breathing muscles. So which muscles they are using, either they are using accessory muscles or not. When patient is not able to breathe properly, generally patient use accessory muscles. So when patient comes to you in your cabin, you able to recognize the patient is breathing normally or they are using accessory muscles. You can examine their eyes, ear, nose, throat for the sign of infection. Even dehydration is the common symptoms of the cystic fibrosis. So by looking at the patient, you can able to see his dry lips, dry skin, even sweat is salty. So you have to examine all from the head to toe. Okay. Another laboratory test, कल हमने sweat test देखा था. Okay. Generally, sweat test is the standard diagnostic test for the cystic fibrosis. It measures the amount of the sweat produced by the chemical called the pilocarpine. So, this uh, for diagnosis of the cystic fibrosis, generally we go for the sweat test only. Then the gene test, that genetic analysis test, where you can able to identify the deformity of the chromosome 7. So the sample of the blood or the cells scraped from the inside of the chick can be checked for the cystic fibrosis genes. X-ray, X-ray generally done for to see the damage of the lung. So cystic fibrosis when occur, they directly produce the large amount of the mucus on the lung, so they damage the lung. So how much the damage or how much the quantity of the damage has been done, for that condition you do the chest x-ray. Even the pft, so the pulmonary function test, to measure the how well the lung are working, so they can tell you how the lungs respond to the treatment. So amount of ये जो टेस्ट है, इवन देन द पल्मोनरी फंक्शन टेस्ट और चेस्ट चेस्ट एक्सरे, ये इसीलिए किया जाता है, ये इसीलिए किया जाता है सो दैट वी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ मच द लंग आर वर्किंग, हाउ वेल द lungs आर वर्किंग, so that we treat the patient accordingly. Okay. Another test has been doing that pancreas test. So the pancreas test, this involves the sample of the blood or the urine, which is liquid body waste. Okay. The sample is tested for the normal amount of the certain substances that comes from a pancreas. If the amount is low, it can indicate the cystic fibrosis. Okay. And if the amount is normal, you can say that the patient is normal, patient doesn't have the cystic fibrosis. And the sputum test, sputum is much cuffed up the lungs, turning a sample of the sputum might shows the bacteria related of the cystic fibrosis. So if you want to diagnose the patient as a cystic fibrosis, so two tests is very important. First is gene test, where you can able to find out how defective chromosome, and another is the sputum test, sweat test. So sweat test से पता चलेगा कि patient having a cystic fibrosis or not. Other tests like chest X-ray, PFT, pancreatic test, or the sputum test, that test we done when there is already presence of cystic fibrosis and some lung function has occurred or how much the lungs are working. For that condition, we do that type of the test. Okay. And this is the diagnostic criteria for the cystic fibrosis. So one of the following that three, इसमें से एक चाहिए और इसमें से एक. So सिर्फ if the sweat chloride concentration or sweat test is positive and the clinical characteristic if present of the cystic fibrosis, we can diagnose the patient as a cystic fibrosis. Or even the two CF causing mutation or the sibling with cystic fibrosis, you can able to diagnose the cystic fibrosis. यहाँ तक किसी को confusion है या नहीं समझ में आया है? हेलो
मैम एक बार पैनक्रियास टेस्ट बताइए ना.
ओके. तो पैनक्रियास टेस्ट में क्या करते हैं ना, they take a sample of blood or the urine, okay, एंड वो टेस्ट करते हैं कि नॉर्मल अमाउंट ऑफ द सर्टन सब्सटेंस लाइक पैंक्रियाटिक डक्ट रहते हैं, पैंक्रियाटिक एंजाइम्स रहते हैं, वो नॉर्मल अमाउंट में है या नहीं है वो चेक करते हैं. ओके, इफ दैट अमाउंट इज लो वी कैन डायग्नोज द पेशेंट एज द सिस्टिक फाइब्रोसिस. ओके, सो अमाउंट लो क्यों रहेगा सिस्टिक फाइब्रोसिस में? वी ऑल नो कि वहाँ पे ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन होता है. ओके, म्यूकस प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज होता है, जो हम लोगों ने कल पैथोफिजियोलॉजी में देखा था CFTR की वजह से. सो जहाँ वहाँ पे अगर ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन रहेगा, जो पैंक्रियाटिक डक्ट रहते हैं वो ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट हो जाते हैं, जिसकी वजह से जो भी पैंक्रियाटिक फ्लूइड रहता है या पैंक्रियाटिक हम लोग एंजाइम्स बोलते हैं, उसका अमाउंट लो रहता है. ओके, so if the amount is low, you may diagnose the patient as a cystic fibrosis. If the amount is normal, you can say that patient is normal. Okay.
हाँ मैम.
Any other confusion till now? Yes, no? किसी को कुछ confusion है? Okay, so we move towards a management part. Okay, so generally it's a genetic deformity. Okay, so early diagnosis is very important, and treatment plan, when we do the treatment plan, can improve the cervical and the quality of the life. So जो भी जेनेटिक डिफॉर्मिटी रहती है वो एकदम से ठीक नहीं हो सकती, या फिर क्रोमोसोम का हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज दैट्स अ डिफॉर्मिटी. सो अवर मेन फोकस फॉर द ट्रीटमेंट प्लान इज कि पेशेंट कैसे सर्वाइव कर सके और पेशेंट की क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ कैसे बेटर कर सके. ओके, बिकॉज इट इज इरिवर्सिबल, सो वी हैव टू इम्प्रूव द सर्वाइवल रेट ऑफ द पेशेंट and the quality of the life. So even the follow-up and the monitoring are very important in cases of cystic fibrosis. So generally cystic fibrosis जैसे बोला कि lung को ज़्यादा affect करता है. So treatment for the lung problem or pancreatic problem. So antibiotics to prevent the lung and the sinus infection. So if patient able to take from the mouth, so we give patient by mouth or given by the vein or breathing treatment. So people with cystic fibrosis may take the antibiotics only when needed. If there is an infection, there is like 90% of the chances there is an infection of the lung. Okay, so whenever that infection occurs, we have to give the patient the antibiotic, okay, to prevent that lung infection. So inhale medicines to open up the airway. Some medicines are given by the breathing treatment to thin the mucus because there is thick mucus secretion. So medicines given like mucodilator they give to thin the mucus and make it easier to cough, because अगर thick mucus है lung में तो वो easily cough up नहीं हो पाते, easily निकल नहीं सकते, जिसकी वजह से breathing में issues होता है. Okay, If there is a damage of the lung, so one of the surgery is lung transplant. Okay, but it's very severe surgery, and we know that there is a deformity at the chromosome level. So even lung transplant करने के बाद भी वो जो म्यूकस का प्रोडक्शन है वो बंद नहीं हो पाता. It's again started. Okay, so we have to treat that condition. Well, if the lung infection has occurred, you have to treat the lung infection. If there is a pancreatic duct obstruction, you have to give the medicines for that. If there is a liver obstruction, you have to treat that condition. So overall only symptomatical treatment you can give. So that's why the treatment plan is not to cure the cystic fibrosis. It's planned to survival, to increase the survival rate and the quality of the life. Okay, and oxygen therapy if the patient is not able to breathe properly, or if the lung get worse. So some drugs has been used to control the excessive mucus production, like bronchodilator. Bronchodilator do? So bronchodilator widen the breathing tube. Mucolytic, which break down the mucus. Then they reduce the swelling of the breathing tube. They use the decongestant, or the enzyme DNase is also used to eat the cellular material in the mucus. So generally for the treatment purpose they give the mucodilator, bronchodilator, mucolytic, or the enzyme DNase. Okay. Another mainly, so lung problem are also treated with the therapies to thin the mucus. So there are different physiotherapies also you can advise the patient, so that जो हम लोगों ने पहले आरएस की इसमें देखा था, अगर म्यूकस सिक्रेटेड बहुत बढ़ गया है और लंग में पूरा फैल गया है एंड देयर इज अ थिक टीनेटस म्यूकस, सो वो निकलने के लिए वी गिव द फिजियोथेरेपी. ओके, so chest percussion has been given so that patient can easily cough out that mucus. Okay, even some type of the exercise or activity you can give to the patient so that patient can breathe properly. And in physiotherapy also they use some type of the devices. So what are the devices? So they give the electromagnetic devices so that the airway जो फंसा हुआ रहता है airway में mucus, okay, वो easily निकल पाता है. So the physiotherapy and the exercise are very important. You can advise patient in cases of the cystic fibrosis. And care and monitoring, it's very important at the home. So avoid the smoking, dust, dirt, fume, household chemicals, fireplace smoke, and mold and the mildew. Because patient already into the verge of infection. There is large production of the mucus, so infection and inflammation process are very fast. So any type of the infection occur in the body, the survival rate has automatically decreased. So to increase the survival rate, you have to tell the patient to avoid the all that smoke, dirt, fumes, household chemicals, or any type of infection place where patient get easily infected. Okay, then giving plenty of the fluid, especially to the infant and the children. Exercise 2 to 3 times, that swimming, jogging, cycling, because the immunity has been increased by doing exercise. So clearing or bringing up the mucus or secretion from the airway. So caregiver must learn the chest percussion and the postural drainage to help the keep the airway clean. So the postural drainage when we do, automatically जो mucus production या mucus का जो saturation रहता है chest में वो निकल जाता है. Okay, and even the contact with the other people can be avoided because infection spread हो सकता है. Another, nutrition. Okay, nutrition is very important in cases of the cystic fibrosis because our main aim is survival and to increase the quality of the life. So proper nutrition is very important, as there is a large chances to having a patient recurrent infection. So patient having that immunity or that proper calories so that our body can fight uh, fight towards that infection. So generally, cystic fibrosis patient need 50% of the more calories. So you have to advise the patient that rich in fat and the protein. Okay, particularly important during the chest infection. So extra energy is needed to fight the infection. So protein is needed to repair the damaged tissue. We all know that protein is very healthy for our body. Protein is the one of the character who damage our tissue, who repair our damaged tissue. So that protein rich food and the fat rich food is very important. Okay, even to avoid the, you can tell the patient to avoid the dairy product. So why dairy product? Because dairy product encourage the mucus secretion. So to reduce that mucus production and the inflammation, you have to tell patient to avoid some product like garlic, onion, even cheese, mustard, pickles, lemons, oils, nuts, seed, fish. That type of dairy product you should tell patient to avoid. Okay, so in addition to the pancreatic enzyme in supplement, we give the certain vitamins. So why we give the vitamins, or we tell the patient diet rich in food, fat and the protein, to help the patient, so that patient's body or that person's body can fight the infection. Okay, so certain type of the uh, vitamins tablets we can advise the patient. So which are they? So like vitamin vitamin B vitamin, so it helps in proper digestion and the tissue repair. Vitamin C for tissue repair and the good immune function. Vitamin K for necessary to digestion. Vitamin A for tissue repair and the immune system. Vitamin E antioxidant, and selenium and beta carotene, they are antioxidant and needed for the tissue repair. Zinc, we all know zinc is very good for the immune system. And essential fatty acid. Okay, essential fatty acid to relieve the inflammation. Alpha alpha tonic, even in homeopathic, one tonic is alpha alpha, which is very good in cases of the immunity also, and even the source of vitamin K. ये समझ रहा है why this is that nutrition and the food is very important in cases of the cystic fibrosis. ये समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा है?
हाँ मैम समझ रहे हैं।
Okay. So generally we give the treatment by combined way. So antibiotics whenever necessary, uh, symptomatic treatment whenever necessary, physiotherapy treatment is must, and dietary treatment is must. So the nutrition and the dietary treatment is must. Okay. So these are the proper treatment. So there is reduced fat, increase in the sodium content, because sodium content is blocked in all the function. So medicine, that antibiotics, vitamins, bronchodilator, mucolytic and pancreatic enzyme. Okay, to reduce all these symptoms, we need to give this type of the treatment. Any confusion in the treatment part?
नो मैम।
In all over the world, these cystic fibrosis is managed by like this only, because we can't mutate, जो mutate genes रहता है उसको हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर सकते, it's irreversible, right? So we have to give the symptomatic treatment. So patient का जो survival rate रहता है वही बढ़ाने की कोशिश हम लोगों को करते हैं, and to increase the quality of the life. Whereas homeopathic treatment, sorry, prognosis, so the prognosis जो रहता है after giving that all the treatment, so most of the children of the cystic fibrosis stay in good health until they reach to the adulthood. So they attend the school, they able to live the normal life. Even the in a young age also they can live their life totally. Okay, but eventually worsen the person's the lifespan. The average lifespan of the cystic fibrosis patient is up to the 44 years. Some patient may die at the age of 30 or may die at the age of the 20. Most of the death occur due to the lung complication. So death is often caused by the only the lung complication or the pulmonary complication. So what are the different complications? So the most common complication is chronic respiratory infection. So patient may die due to the lung infection, and the complication is there is recurrent chronic respiratory infection. There is bowel problem such as gallstone, intestinal blockage and the rectal prolapse, because there is a obstruction. coughing of the blood because of the chronic respiratory infection. Diabetes mellitus is very common in cases of cystic fibrosis. Infertility, liver diseases or liver failure, pancreatitis and the biliary cirrhosis is very common. Malnutrition, because there is a decreased sodium content, so there is a blockage of the nutrition, so patient is not able to take a proper nutrition, so the malnutrition is very common. That's why we have to advise a patient proper diet and proper nutrient, so that patient not landed into the malnutrition state. Nasal polyp and sinusitis is very important. Osteoporosis and arthritis is one of the complications. Pneumonia, there is chances of recurrent pneumonia and the pneumothorax. Right-sided heart failure, because automatically when there is infection of the lung, so lung get pressurized towards a right sided of the heart, and there is a chances of the cor pulmonale and the colorectal cancer. So these are the complications of the cystic fibrosis. So prevention, we can't prevent the cystic fibrosis, okay, but we can screen the patient. So we can screen that family history of the disease, which can detect the cystic fibrosis gene in many carrier, okay. So for example, if we do the screening test and we know that one sibling's having a cystic fibrosis, then it may chances that the second siblings, it that 50% of the chances that patient may, even the second siblings may have that cystic fibrosis gene. So early diagnosis, अगर अर्ली डायग्नोसिस हो रहा है पेशेंट का, ओके, सो यू कैन इजीली गिव द ट्रीटमेंट फॉर द अर्ली डायग्नोसिस. Mingle, mute yourself. So we can't prevent the cystic fibrosis, but we can screen the patient through the family history, and we can detect the early cystic fibrosis patient, and we can give the treatment. So we can start a nutrition properly from the starting point of view, and we can tell the patient to avoid certain things. We can tell the patient to do the exercise and even the physiotherapies, so that we can at least जो क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ है पेशेंट का, वो हम लोग इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं, ओके. So what are the different homeopathic remedies we can indicate in cases of the cystic fibrosis? So as we know, we can't reverse the cystic fibrosis condition. मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ मैम आ रही है.
Okay. So we can't reverse a condition of the cystic fibrosis. It's irreversible. Okay. So our homeopathic main aim for the cystic fibrosis to not only treat the cystic fibrosis but to address its underlying cause and the individual susceptibility. So according to individual susceptibility and to give the symptomatic treatment, we have to take the whole history, okay. So therapeutic medicines concerned, there are several remedies available for the cystic fibrosis treatment, and we can select on the basis of the cause, condition, sensation, modality of the complaint. So for individual remedy selection and the treatment, so you have to give the person whole history, even the family history and all constitutional wise, and we have to indicate the remedy. So you can give the patient a symptomatic relief, okay. Like in allopathy they give the mucodilator, so you can indicate the Kalibai, Pulsatilla, Bryonia type of the medicines for the coughing condition, okay. So there are several medicines available, like Bryonia, Aconite, sulfur, Silicia, phosphorus, calcarea carb, mac carb, graphites, iodine, kali iode, hepasol, belladonna, lyco, lachesis, other remedies, okay. So according to the symptoms, so for examples, patient having a lung infection and patient saying that I am having a recurrent pneumonia, okay. So you have to obviously take a whole history, whole case taking, and you can give the specific remedies to that lung infection with the constitutional medicines, okay. So another example, patient having a diarrhea because there is a obstruction, there is some surgical treatment also available where you can remove that obstruction, but again it will occur because there is muted genes. So for that conditions also you can indicate a homeopathic remedy, and homeopathic remedy we all know it acted very well. So there are certain remedies, for example, Kalibai. So Kalibai can be useful medicine for the cough and the thick tenacious expectoration. So in Kalibai, the expectoration is highly viscid, sticky in nature, and can be drawn in a long string. The expectoration is copious and can be transparent, white, yellow, green, or slate colored. There is a cough with a pain and the soreness in the chest. So chest also feel heavy as from the weight and the heavy load on the chest. Another is pulsatilla. So we can indicate the pulsatilla when there is a cough with yellowish green color expectoration. The cough worsen in a warm room. Expectoration appear in a large quantity of a yellow green thick lumpy mucus, especially in the morning time. So in pulsatilla, cough has a slimy, bitter, sweet, salty taste in the mouth. So the person needing pulsatilla may also have a weakness and the fever. So I'm not going through the all the remedies, but if in an exam, if you asked, if the questionnaire asked that write down the therapeutic approach of the cystic fibrosis, so you have to write down about allopathic mode of the treatment also, like mucodilator, mucolytic, bronchodilator, and even the nutrition purpose, physiotherapy purpose, and the homeopathic medicines like this. So you can write down about the Kalibai, Bryonia, Aconite, sulfur. Okay. Even antidote can be given for rattling and the unproductive cough. Carbovage can be given for difficulty in breathing. And there is very important remedy. This is very rare remedy actually. So Laurentius, we can indicate for the collapsed lung. Okay. So in exam you have to write down about this remedy if the question asked about a cystic fibrosis or the therapeutic approach. किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चन है? मैनेजमेंट पार्ट समझ में आया है सबको? हेलो? हेलो, आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
Yes,
हाँ मैम,
ma'am.
समझे।
किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चन है या कुछ पार्ट नहीं समझ में आया है? इवन कल का भी और आज का भी कुछ पार्ट नहीं समझ में आया है, ऐसा कुछ? समझ में आया है तो यस बोलो, नहीं तो नो बोलो। बाकी लोग? हेलो?
यस मैम।
सो अगर एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आ रहा है अबाउट द सिस्टिक फाइब्रोसिस, यू कैन एबल टू राइट डाउन?
यस मैम।
गुड।
मैम, ये सिस्टिक फाइब्रोसिस वालों का लाइफ स्पैन मैम हेल्दी इंडिविजुअल जितना ही रहता है या कम रहता है?
कम रहता है। सो एवरेज लाइफ स्पैन जो रहता है वो अबाउट 40 ईयर्स का रहता है। सम पेशेंट्स में डाइड बिकॉज ऑफ द लंग इन्फेक्शन एट द एज ऑफ 10 और 12, बट द एवरेज लाइफ स्पैन इट इज 40 ईयर, 40.
ओके मैम।
Yeah. Most of the patient died due to the lung infection only. So the chronic lung infection or the recurrent pneumonia is one of the cause जिसकी वजह से पेशेंट की डेथ होती है। Any other confusion?
नो मैम।
Okay, so I'm ending here. Okay, Just read about the cystic fibrosis. Okay. ये क्वेश्चन तुम लोगों को 5 मार्क्स के लिए भी आ सकता है, 15 मार्क्स के लिए भी आ सकता है. ओके, सो द क्वेश्चन इज लाइक दैट, राइट डाउन अबाउट द सिस्टिक फाइब्रोसिस विद अ थेरापेटिक मैनेजमेंट. So just prepare like this. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Have a good day all.
Thank you, ma'am.